What if we told you that you could power your car with the universe's most abundant resource and its byproduct, water? Wouldn't it be great? Well, this new car surpassed all records and surprised the entire industry by recharging at unbelievable speeds. So today's video compares the new hydrogen Tesla against standard battery electric vehicles and highlights potential revolutionary prospects for this technology. By far, the most common source of energy for EVs is electricity stored in batteries. A chemical fuel cell, on the other hand, can produce energy and water by reacting hydrogen with oxygen in a battery-like cell. Fuel cells come in a variety of types. This technology offers cost-effective and environmentally friendly ways to improve our energy demands. Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO, has previously attacked this way of fueling, but now he sees its potential. So let's start by looking at the benefits and downsides of using this type of electric fuel. Hydrogen is actually the most abundant element in the universe, and it is a remarkably abundant and reliable kind of energy, appropriate for our future zero-carbon demands, despite the difficulties associated with its extraction from water. As a result, it is both renewable and easy to get. It's also a clean, adaptable energy source that can help with zero-carbon energy plans. So Musk would have no trouble obtaining the necessary raw materials, and he would be praised around the world for pushing a more environmentally friendly way of transportation. Hydrogen is more efficient and powerful than fossil fuels. Hydrogen has the highest energy content of any conventional fuel in terms of weight, since the technology produces a high-density source of energy with exceptional energy efficiency. It is very efficient compared to other energy sources, including various green energy alternatives that emit almost no pollution. The International Energy Agency, or IEA, cited another benefit of hydrogen storage. It can be transported safely over long distances. Countries such as Australia, which have abundant solar and wind renewables, may produce hydrogen by electrolysis and transport it by tanker to Southeast Asian cities in need of energy. It has a minimal carbon footprint and charges quickly. Because hydrogen fuel cells do not produce greenhouse gases, they have no carbon footprint when in use. Furthermore, the charging time for hydrogen fuel cell power units is extremely fast, equivalent to that of typical internal combustion engine vehicles, but significantly faster than that of battery-powered electric vehicles. People want an updated version of Tesla automobiles. Therefore, Musk's main advantage would be the ability to charge the vehicle faster. An automobile that charges faster would undoubtedly win people's hearts. Aside from the advantages we just mentioned, hydrogen fuel cells do not emit any noise or visual pollution. For electric automobiles, having a car with a silent drive is vital. There is no visual pollution, but there are no emissions as well. It's a suitable fuel for use in remote areas since hydrogen can be generated locally and stored, making it a viable alternative to diesel-based energy and heating in rural areas. Providing a non-polluting fuel generated from a readily available natural source also reduces the need for fuel transportation and improves the lives of those living in remote places. These cells are more efficient in terms of usage times, and they can provide energy for a variety of stationary and mobile applications as technology advances. It will also help to reduce a country's reliance on fossil fuels, assisting in the global democratization of energy and electricity supply. So as we have mentioned, hydrogen fuel cells have a lot of advantages, but they also have some disadvantages. Despite being the most abundant element in the world, hydrogen doesn't exist on its own. As a result, it must be recovered from water using electrolysis or separated from carbon-based fossil fuels. Both technologies need a considerable quantity of energy. This energy is said to be both higher and more expensive than that obtained from hydrogen. Investment is required, and raw material costs must be considered. In order to become a truly viable energy source, these cells will need investment. As a result, it was important to be prepared to invest time and money in research and development in order to modify the technology. Precious metals such as platinum and iridium are also needed for catalysts in fuel cells and some types of water electrolytes. As a result, fuel cells may have a high initial cost. Furthermore, this extraction involves the use of fossil fuels, therefore undermining the entire point of driving a hydrogen-powered car. It's also important to evaluate the whole cost of hydrogen storage and infrastructure. Hydrogen delivery and storage are more difficult than fossil fuel delivery and storage. As a result, the cost of a unit of electricity generated by hydrogen fuel cells is higher than the cost of electricity generated by other energy sources, such as solar panels. Because hydrogen is a very flammable fuel, safety issues must be taken into account. Musk previously called hydrogen fuel cells full cells and labeled the technology as mind-bogglingly stupid. The quick turn is most likely due to terminal issues that occurred during the mass production of the 4680 battery. After years, Musk aims to switch Tesla from batteries to hydrogen power in 2024. He also indicated that the Model H would be the first vehicle to use the new fuel. The Model H will be a crossover car, which is one of the most popular body designs on the market right now, and will be sized in the middle between the Model S and Model Y. The Model H will have groundbreaking advancements, the most noteworthy of which is the Hindenburg mode, which is based on SpaceX technology. This uses onboard hydrogen to generate a rocket-powered speed boost, allowing the Model H to hit 60 miles per hour in 1.2 seconds. The Model H will be a 5-seater with a 7-seat option, with a clear focus on comfort and long journeys. The fuel cell's water might be piped into the car to provide passengers with refreshing refreshments. Chain reaction, cold fusion, fire from water, Element 1, and Dr. Teller's Very Large Bomb will be among the historical films and documentaries available on the AMD Ryzen-powered entertainment system. According to Tesla, the Model 8 will be followed in 2025 by the Model 2, which will also operate on hydrogen and have a 400-mile range in a tiny hatchback. According to reports, this will lower the cost of hydrogen automobiles, which are currently more expensive to buy than electric vehicles, and more expensive to fuel than internal combustion engines. Ultimately, in 2027, Tesla will release the Model O, the most daring member of the company's new hydrogen lineup. The Oadster is the name given to Tesla's hydrogen-powered coupe. It will have an improved Hindenburg mode, which will let it accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 0.2 seconds. In order to get this mode, passengers must be strapped into specially developed gel-based crash chairs and take a specific medicine aimed at reducing motion sickness and counteracting G-force at least 30 minutes before acceleration. Hydrogen is a necessary fuel for totally environmentally friendly transport. Because electric cars are limited by battery capacity and must be recharged via the power grid, it is also regarded as a viable option for powering HDVs. The biggest downside is that constructing a comprehensive hydrogen refueling infrastructure, where the gas is created and then distributed to stations, would cost billions of pounds and take years to complete. Integrating hydrogen vehicles into a larger hydrogen economy is the key to encouraging them. Installing hydrogen automobile recharging stations would be wasteful. Instead, hydrogen should be used throughout the energy industry, from refueling cars to storing energy in houses. According to scientists, hydrogen is expected to be used in heavy-duty vehicles. They'll work on a variety of research and development projects, with a focus on difficult-to-decarbonize modes of transportation like heavy road freight. As they demonstrate and comprehend these larger-scale applications, we may anticipate seeing more diversity in transportation and uses in the late 2020s and early 2030s. We predict hydrogen to be employed in a variety of modes of transportation by 2030, including high-density vehicles, HDVs, buses, and rail, as well as early-stage commercial ships and airplanes. According to our research, in 2030, transportation will likely have a great demand for low-carbon hydrogen. Battery-powered flying automobile projects are hopeless. Hydrogen is the one and only fuel that makes sense for vertical takeoff aircraft designed for urban spaces. You'd think that building a flying car would be difficult enough without having to deal with a relatively new fuel like hydrogen. However, you should know that battery-powered aircraft will be unable to fly. We would move to batteries if there was a breakthrough in batteries, but that is not on the horizon. As a high-power, eco-friendly fuel, hydrogen is critical to the future of VTOL aircraft. Hydrogen is experiencing a revival after being dismissed for a long time as being too expensive and unworkable. Germany has released a national hydrogen strategy that includes plans to invest $7 billion in expanding production capacity. Meanwhile, the EU is expected to unveil a hydrogen strategy next month, committing up to 15 billion euros in funding to expand green hydrogen generation. As a result, hydrogen aircraft may soon be able to respond to a larger fuel supply. Although Musk has enormous aspirations for his electric vehicles in the future, his focus on the drawbacks of hydrogen fuel cells has kept everyone on edge. Will Tesla's CEO go through with these mentioned plans for these futuristic cars? Or does he have something even better up his sleeve? We'll find out sooner or later. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed today's content and found it interesting, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and let us know your opinions and thoughts in the comment section below. Stay blessed.